One of the things I love about GarageBand here on the iPhone or the iPad is that you have your recording studio with you at all times. So today I was just noodling away. I was actually practicing some of my songs and some cover songs, and then I came up with a bit of a chord progression. I'm like, I want to put that down. I want to get that down and create a song around that chord progression and around that song idea. So I've grabbed GarageBand and I thought, why don't I bring you folks along for the ride? So in this video, I'm going to actually record the guitar, the first track. I'm going to show you how I get an idea down into GarageBand here on my iPhone. Let's go. Hi, my name is Pete. This is Studio Live today, where I help you create, record and release your best music. And if you are a music creator, one of the reasons that I recommend that you get an iPhone or an iPad with GarageBand is that you can create anytime, anywhere. And at the moment, all I've got plugged in is my headset microphone, well, my headphones with a microphone in them, and this is all I'm going to be using to capture this. And I've got a bit of an idea that I've got going on here at the moment that sounds a little bit like this. It's a little bit of a sort of bluesy sort of riff that I wanted to build a song around. So this is what I have so far, and then we'll dive into GarageBand. I'll show you how I capture that and get my first track recorded so I can then go away and start building out the rest of the tracks. So at the moment, it sounds a bit like this. So that's the sort of opening riff, the versey bit, and then in the chorus section it's going to kick into. And then back to the. So that's cool. And what I could do right now is grab Music Memos or just grab the Voice Memos app here and record that down. But what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to open up GarageBand and then I'm going to set my tempo, record this part in, just the guitar part of sort of vaguely the idea that I want. And then what I can do is when I'm out and about and I have my phone with me, I can add in, I'm like, oh, well, here's a cool organ part that I want to put in there, or here's some drums I want to try, or record some vocals just while I'm out and about. So let's now jump into GarageBand and we'll show you what we can do here. Okay, so here we are in GarageBand. I want to record a new track. I've just gone to a new track here. We're going to tap on Instrument, and it should default probably to my nice room. It has. There's my nice room setting here, which just provides a little bit. If I put my monitoring on by tapping here, then you're going to be able to hear a little bit of echoing sound. I'll leave that off for the purpose of this. I normally record with that on just to hear my guitar a bit better, but it's going to create some weird feedback with my vocal, which we don't want to do. Alrighty, so I'm going to leave things pretty much standard. Now, what I want to do first of all, what I like to do is set my tempo for this sort of song. So I'm going to come in here to my settings, not my sections, my settings, and go to tempo. So this is going to be a 4/4 song, so as you might have heard at the start, it's sort of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got a real sort of backbeat. So what I can do here is let's just tap this in at about the speed I think I want. So it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So I probably want to. Now it's probably not, it's not at 200, but what I'll probably do is actually halve this. So I'll go and you know what? It's going to end up being 110, which I'm pretty sure is what we defaulted to at the start. So let's just play back at that metronome and just see if this is going to work. Yep. I reckon that's about right. So all we need to do now is make sure that we're on automatic here. Yep, 8 bars automatic, and then we're going to go ahead and record. Now, what I do when I record is I make sure I have at least 2 bars in front. I won't jump straight in. I've explained why in the past, but you want to have a little lead-in intro when you're designing a track here, because you want to make sure that you can, if you have a chord that starts right at the start there, that it's going to actually pick that up, and it's not going to. Now, I've got my microphone set up here to talk as well as play guitar, so the audio quality is not going to be great either, but the idea here is we just want to get this down as our first scratch track. So I'm not going to worry too much about audio quality. I'm just going to go for it and record this now. So I'm going to hit the record button, I'm going to play through, and then I'll come back and we'll take a listen, and then I can see what we've got so far. Okay, so there is our guitar track down. I'm going to put the guitar down to the side and come in here and look at this track. So what we have, you can see there we've got our guitar. It's probably not going to sound amazing, but let's just dive in and listen to a little part here. Okay, so it doesn't sound that bad. Like literally, this was my mic. You know, my headphones are plugged in. I'm using the headset mic. I'm recording my microphone, my guitar on the microphone. So yes, it's sounding a bit tinny. It's too sort of high in the EQ. We need to play with that. But this is really just to get this idea down. And the other thing you'll notice here is I haven't used sections. I haven't done anything like that. I didn't adjust my input, my output gain. I just wanted to get this idea down while it was in my head. And I didn't even play it particularly well. But the cool thing is that what I can now do is we can come in here and we can start layering stuff up. So immediately I thought, you know, it would be really cool to have a drummer come in at the start here and actually play an intro before the guitars even come in. So, you know, in a couple of seconds, I can just add my man Kyle here. And he's doing a thing like that, which is not going to fit the song. But then, you know, the sky's the limit here. We can come in here and now start fiddling around with this. And immediately I'd be like, yeah, I'd really want a double time snare on this. So let's just see, you know, what can happen if we don't like half pipe. Let's go crash the party with a double time snare, like so. And you can see that we can quickly start building out our song here. We can then go ahead, we can add our bass, we can add our strings, we can add whatever else we want to hear, but we have the basis for our track. Now, it's probably still a little bit too fast, so I might want to come and re-record it, but we're away. So this is where we can get ideas down so quickly. Like in 5 minutes, I've gone from, hey, that's a cool riff, to here's a drum idea that I've already got, as well as my acoustic guitar, and we can build on it from here. So that is the power of GarageBand when you're capturing your musical ideas, and it's a great way to get your song ideas down into your phone and ready to record and mix and master and release. So there you go, a quick and easy way to get our guitar track down, and now I can take this away and I can start building this song out. I can add in and layer other parts, my vocals, my drums, whatever I want to do, even while I'm out and about today. So GarageBand, iPhone, iPad, super powerful. If you've got any comments, questions or suggestions, you can leave those down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks for sticking around. You can subscribe to the channel by clicking on the Studio Live Today icon in the top right corner. We've also got 2 other videos linked down below. And you can head on over to studiolivetoday.com for more audio goodness.